everyone. Welcome to PCE Final Frontier podcast interview. Today we have Oakasha with us. She recently graduated her PCE return and will be taking her OCE exam in January 2025. Let's invite her, ask her some questions as she was sending all her documents back from her home country in Pakistan. And I just want to know her feedback, her response to how it was, what did she go through, so that way it's easy for all of us. So welcome to the podcast interview.
Thank you.
And first, congratulations on clearing the exam.
Thank you so much.
How do you feel?
I feel very excited, very happy, grateful. It's a very nice feeling.
Good. Yes, we're happy for you too.
Thank you.
And so you are in Canada right now.
Yep.
When did you move to Canada?
I moved just last year, 2023 of February.
Okay. And then before that, you were in Pakistan. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, when did you graduate? Why did you move to Canada? And how did you start the process? Like, what made you start with the PCE preparation and everything? Kind of just the basics about you.
Okay, so I graduated in 2020. It was COVID. It was like 5-year degree, DPT. It's called DPT, Doctor of Physical Therapy, in my home country. And after that, I wanted to start my journey in Canada as a physiotherapist. So I started my credentialing process before moving here. I started it in August of 2022. It almost took me a year for the credentialing and the application to get processed and all that. And when I moved here, I moved here in Feb 2023, and then I had my application. It was done in August 2023. After that, I was looking through, because I needed to. I was out of practice. I not studying. I needed to find something to someone to guide me, and a course that was according to PCE. So I was looking into things, and I googled it, and PCEFF was there, and I looked into the website, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to join, because they had everything clearly written on the website as well, that they were in their course outline, how are they gonna go through the process and all that. And it wasn't anything too soon, too early. They were taking their time in making the the course and everything. So I really liked that. So I registered for PCEFF then, and it was a best decision for me, because it took me they have I think you can sign up for a year, and then you can keep looking into the lectures and everything. They won't kick you out after you're done for the time and all that. That was really good for me. And yeah, that's how we joined PCE.
The exam, and now here you are.
Yep.
On the other side. So now you said it took you a year for the whole process. Was it more difficulty with the CAPR, or was it more difficulty back from the home country, or was it kind of both?
It was kind of both. I had to find loopholes from back home to how can I send my documents. That was a big thing for me. They wouldn't send it, and you had to keep on reminding them, keep on going, telling them please do that for me. They would ask questions, and they wouldn't understand why do we need to do it. Why they would ask me a lot of questions about the application and documents and all that. Other than that, what the difficulty I had with CAPR was they had nothing mentioned on their website that they don't accept electronic signatures. So for me, because I was printing my documents out, I would just electronically sign my documents, and then I would just send them off, like email them to their email address. But they would email it back. They sent me the email back that they won't accept electronic signatures. And at that time, I was so frustrated because then I sent them an email again and told them to like at least specify that on your website, because there's nothing written about signatures there. Like, I'm frustrated. I'm sending documents back and forth, and then it takes a lot of time to, like, the application time delays, everything, like, goes backwards. So I was like, that was very frustrating. And then I told them to, like, specify that on their website that they don't accept electronic signatures, and I had to hand sign them and then resend them the documents.
So
it was very frustrating.
that delay, that took a while. So
yeah,
you to send the document, they send it back to you, then you got to print them out, put your signature, send it back again. Yeah, that took a while. And then plus again, a little bit delay from your university back in home country. So back and forth. But it took you a year. So you've been planning this for a while. You know what you wanted. You know you wanted to move to Canada. So you already started planning. So it's just a message to anyone who's planning to do this. Plan well in advance. It doesn't happen in 2 months, 3 months that you prepare for the exam, you plan, and you're there. It takes a while. It takes planning, mental planning, financial planning, and everything. So okay. Now, you said you graduated in 2020, and I remember you mentioned that you did work in between until you moved to Canada, kind of that year or two in between. And then you moved to Canada. What difference do you see in between, like, the Canadian culture of work and what's back in your home country? Like,
there is a lot of difference. Like Canada is more culturally diverse. You'll see a lot of people. You'll meet a lot of people. It's not similar to Pakistan. Other than that, it's very different in charting. We used to chart. I'm just putting it out there. We used to chart, but it was mostly soap notes and all that, like history and all that. That's all the charting that we did. Like here. And it's not that prioritized in Pakistan. I wouldn't say like we used to chart, but it was like, okay, this is it. But here, like, it's really like the emphasis on charting is too much. Like, you have to document everything. You have to keep it like very clear. You can all the things, like add addendums. If you make a mistake, you can't like cross it out, all that. So it was really I was like, okay, yeah, that's a lot of charting. Like, physiotherapy isn't that difficult. The charting part is burns you out.
Okay, so that's the different thing. Now, do you like to chart, or like, no, I'm not a charting person?
No, not really. I wouldn't say I like it because it's like kind of an extra work. So that's what I think. But I do also think that it's a good thing because if everyone can read into it, like see what we are trying to do with the patient, like they would know, like it saves you, like in the sense that if someone wants to sue you, like a patient is not being honest about something, like there are a million things that could happen. So if someone is not honest about what you're doing to them, like it could it can be really bad about your reputation and everything. So I think it's a good thing in that sense, but then you have to chart and like give in extra hours, extra effort, extra work. So it has its pros and cons, I think.
And cons, yeah. Well, I think I would say the same thing. Like, back in my home country, we had a different charting system. Like, as you said, it's kind of pretty much the same way. Whereas when you come and practice here, a lot of emphasis is on like documentation, make sure everything is documented. Yes, charting does take time, but as you said, it's good. You can go back, look into it. You are like not just accountable for that way. Then everybody knows what happened, what's the treatment plan and everything. Then instead of just relying, oh, she must have done that, she might have done that way. So yes, exactly. That is pros and cons. Okay. Now, my next question is about the CAPR. Like, what if you have to change one thing about CAPR? I know you already told them to mention it on their website, no electronic signature, please mention it, but is there anything else that you would like to change about the CAPR?
Well, this is not specifically about CAPR. This is, I think, like Canadian government, because you have the tax system. It's ridiculous. Like you have to pay them for everything. Like even now, if I'm giving an example, I was registering for like provisional license. I had to give them like, I don't know how many dollars for the application to process for the license, and they have like different charges for everything. So like tax system, and I know, like you breathe and you owe them money. Like this is there's that's what I would like to change about.
Definitely the
Like it's
cost part, yes,
yeah,
especially for someone coming from an international country,
yeah,
right? The amount, the money, the conversion rate becomes difficult,
yeah.
and that's
It's
get us.
really, yeah, it's really
Yeah.
it's ridiculous
Well,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Well, I'm very, very excited for you. When
Thank
did
you.
you start working here? Like, I know did you just recently start working?
Well, yeah, it's so I got my PCE result in July of 2024, and I was just waiting for my provisional license. So it took me a month to get that, and after that, I just started working. Like I'm working here now with CBI Health.
Are you excited? Like, what are you excited about this? It's a big move, coming all the way from home country, leaving your family, parents, and everybody back there, to moving to a different country all by yourself, figuring it out. What are you most excited about? Like anything that
Well, I am
people.
excited in general because it's a big thing for me. Like I never imagined like I would be a physiotherapist in Canada. Like growing up, it's a big achievement, I would say, a milestone for me. But yeah, it's not easy. I would say it takes a lot of effort, planning, hard work. It takes a lot from you, but at the end of the day, the results, like it's I'm nothing but grateful for that, and really excited to meet new people, learn new things, like excel in my field, be a good physio, and like help people in their journey, and support them. I just want I get really happy if someone's if I can help someone with my with physiotherapy, and it's physiotherapy really does help, it helps people out of their pain. If someone can't walk, and it's a long process of physiotherapy, but after physiotherapy, when they're able to walk and they're independent, it really I really enjoy that, and it makes me really happy. So I'm excited about all that. I'm excited to start this journey, and I'm just a little nervous too, but I'm getting used to it. When you get used to it, it gets easier.
It gets easier, yes. And as you said, it is a long process, but keep in mind your final goal, your final dream, your destination, and that will keep you going. One tip, if you have to tell the future students from your home country, from my home country, from India and Pakistan, that are planning to move to Canada, what is the best advice that you would give for them?
Well, in sense of process of credentialing, I would say make a list. That's what I did. I made a list of documents, because there are several documents that your home country has to send. Some documents that CAPR you have to send directly to CAPR. So make a list of documents that your education institution has to send. Make a list of what you have to send, and just keep making lists and notes of what you have to do, and plan beforehand. This is okay. Make small goals. Okay, this and make list for that. This is your goal. Achieve that goal in this time frame, and then move on to the next thing. Don't chew a bigger bite that you can't handle. Just do baby steps, plan beforehand, and then keep going according to that plan. That's what I would say.
That's really good, and that's correct. It's a big journey, it's a big process. It's not that you send 10 documents and it's done. Yes, as make a list, follow up, reach out to us, reach out to anyone that has already been through this process. And I can say for everyone, nobody will say no to help you. Like
Yep.
everybody has been through this journey. Everybody knows how difficult it is. So like if someone reaches out to me or you, we're never going to say no. Or like, yeah, do this.
No,
Yeah, we're going to
no,
talk about this.
I remember what I went through, and I'm like really ready to help them. I know because it was hard for me, even though my sister had already done that, but it was still hard. So if someone's asking me something, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is how you have to do. Like this is what you should be doing right now. So nobody, yeah, exactly. Everyone helps.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for doing this today. We really
No problem.
appreciate your input, and I am like really happy for you.
Thank
Just
you.
waiting for you to get done with your OCE exam, and then like you're done. That's all. And then
Yeah,
always,
then
you can pursue your other professional goals as you start practicing and everything. But you're so close. You got one more step left, and then you will be done. But I'm pretty sure that's easy. If you got this done, you'll get that done too.
yep.
But
I hope so.
thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you
It
for
was
having me.
nice talking to you, and all the best for your future.
Thank you so much.